Hey everyone, in today's episode, we're diving into the latest tech and gaming news from Ryzen 9000X3D leaks and Tails AI development to exciting gaming updates from Xbox Partner Preview event. All this and more coming up, so stay tuned on Edge Runners. First up, AMD is gearing up to launch the highly anticipated Ryzen 9800X3D with an official announcement expected on October 25, just a day after Intel introduces its Core Ultra 200K series processors. This new 8-core chip featuring AMD's 3D V-Cache technology is rumored to hit shelves on November 7th. Although AMD hasn't confirmed the retail price yet, insiders suggest it could be at least $400, setting up a fierce competition with Intel's Core Ultra 7265K. But the story doesn't stop there. A new test results from MSI's OC Lab show the upcoming Ryzen 9000X3D processors outperforming their Ryzen 7000X3D predecessors by 2 to 13%, depending on the game. In Far Cry 6, for example, the Ryzen 9800X3D showed an 11% improvement over the Ryzen 7800X3D. Even in more CPU-intensive benchmarks like Cinebench R23, the Ryzen 9950X3D outpaced the Ryzen 7950X3D by up to 16%. However, we still recommend waiting for benchmarks by independent bloggers. Can Ryzen 9800X3D outperform Intel's latest Core Ultra chips? Share your thoughts in the comments. Next up, Remedy has officially unveiled its upcoming project titled FBC Firebreak during the Xbox Partner Preview event. This 3-player cooperative first-person shooter is set in the Remedy connected universe, which fans of Alan Wake and Control will recognize. Players will embody agents from the Federal Bureau of Control, tackling supernatural forces and paranormal threats. One of the standout features of FBC Firebreak is its narrative depth. The developers promise to introduce many new stories within this universe, expanding the lore and providing fresh perspectives. The game is scheduled for release in 2025 on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5, and it'll be available on launch day via Game Pass, as well as on PlayStation Plus Extra and Deluxe subscription libraries. Moving on to gaming news, Unknown Worlds Entertainment has dropped the first trailer for Subnautica 2. This highly anticipated survival game will kick off early access in early 2025 on PC and Xbox Series X and S. The developers have promised a brand new planet filled with unexplored biomes and dangerous creatures, along with a 4-player cooperative mode. What's really interesting is that the game will also allow solo play. If you're a fan of the original Subnautica, how do you feel about this sequel's direction? Now let's talk about some important news for Western Digital SSD users. Recently, reports emerged that certain Western Digital SSDs experienced errors and blue screens after the Windows 11 24H2 update. Fortunately, Western Digital has released a firmware update to address these issues. They recommend using the Western Digital dashboard tool to perform the update. Just remember to back up your data before proceeding, as there's a risk of data loss during the update. G.Skill has expanded its lineup with the new Trident Z 5CK memory modules designed for the upcoming Arrow Lake platform. This RAM kit, featuring an onboard clock generator, promises better overclocking performance compared to standard DDR5 modules, reaching impressive frequencies of DDR5 8200 MHz. The kit currently includes two 24GB sticks totaling 48 GB. While there's no release date yet, higher frequency variants may be on the way. Next, we have an intriguing announcement from the startup Tails, which has unveiled a neural network designed to generate games using simple text prompts. This AI model can create every component of a modern game, from assets and character models to complex NPC behavior systems. After processing an initial prompt, the Tails neural network can produce a playable game version that can be refined with further requests. But here's where things get a bit controversial. The AI was trained using gameplay videos from existing titles like Horizon Zero Dawn, Elden Ring, and GTA 5. This raises some significant legal concerns regarding intellectual property rights. What do you think about AI-generated games? Could this be the future of game development, or does it tread too close to copyright infringement? Let's discuss in the comments. Moving on, Microsoft has great news for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers. Starting October 25, you'll be able to stream 3 major Call of Duty titles: Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 3, and Warzone through Xbox Cloud Gaming. This is a game changer for players without access to a gaming console or high-end PC. You can now enjoy these titles on multiple platforms, including smartphones, tablets, and even smart TVs. But keep in mind, while cloud gaming is convenient, it's still best experienced on a dedicated console or PC for optimal performance. Now let's talk about NVIDIA's upcoming GeForce RTX 50 series. Insider Copite7 Kimi hinted that the expected price for the flagship RTX 5090 may not see a huge jump compared to the current RTX 4090, which is priced at $1,599 but often sells for around $1,800. Given NVIDIA's previous pricing strategies, such as the $2,000 MSRP for the RTX 3090 Ti, the market is closely watching how this will unfold. In other news, NVIDIA's Blackwell GPUs have already sold out before hitting the shelves with a year-long backlog. According to CEO Jensen Huang, the demand is immense, especially from tech giants like Google, Meta, and Microsoft. This surge is largely driven by the rising challenges in semiconductor density and the need for more computing power, particularly for AI and data center applications. The ongoing demand could significantly impact both the availability and pricing of GPUs moving forward. Are you planning to upgrade to the RTX 50 series, or are you holding out for better deals? How do you think this GPU demand will shape the market? Let's discuss in the comments. Big news from the Xbox Partner Preview event. The developers from the Chinese studio Lian and 505 Games showcased a new gameplay trailer for the Souls-like game Wuchang Fallen Feathers. The game is set in the lands of Shu during the twilight of the Ming Dynasty. Players will take on the role of a young woman named Wuchang, engaging in typical Souls-like activities, battling unique enemies, honing skills, and exploring an intriguing world filled with useful items and secrets. The creators promise a deep narrative and a dynamic combat system. The trailer showcased combat using melee weapons, magic, and even a flamethrower. Wuchang Fallen Feathers is scheduled for release in 2025, and it will be added to the Game Pass subscription catalog on its release date. Next, let's talk about graphics cards. The quality issues in the production of Blackwell accelerators for artificial intelligence revealed TSMC's inability to quickly adapt to high demand for products. The problems with Blackwell, identified in August, have strained NVIDIA's relationship with its manufacturing partner, TSMC. A high number of defective units forced NVIDIA to consider having Samsung produce its new gaming chips, according to the information. NVIDIA engineers who tested the earliest Blackwell chips discovered that they failed quickly due to manufacturing flaws. However, TSMC specialists claim the errors were caused by rushing. The manufacturer was under pressure, leaving no time to detect and fix potential defects in the initial samples. That said, it is not unusual for NVIDIA to move away from TSMC, as the company has previously worked with Samsung for the production of gaming graphics processors. Next, we have some buzz around Intel potentially launching a new processor from the Raptor Lake Refresh family, the Core i5 14550. Rumors suggest there may be two versions, one standard and another without integrated graphics. These chips could be trimmed-down versions of the i5 14600K, expected to operate at lower frequencies and be locked for overclocking. Intel has a history of releasing these CPUs shortly after a new family launch, often to fill specific price segments or clear out defective silicon. Lastly, Taiwanese company Lian has released the O11 Vision Compact Case. This aquarium-style mid-tower case comes in black and white, featuring options for glass or mesh top panels. It supports extended ATX motherboards and has space for GPUs up to 408mm in length. It also includes a sagging prevention bracket, with options for multiple cooling setups up to 11 fans or 3 360mm radiators with the mesh top version. All of this comes at a price point of $120. What do you think of the new design? Let's hear your opinions. Thanks for watching our latest gaming and tech roundup. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest updates. Share your predictions for Ryzen 9000X3D processors. Can Ryzen 7 be able to outperform Intel's offerings? It will be interesting to look at your predictions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.